Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So I thought for today's video, I would give you guys more of my clear thoughts and 24 hours later processed feelings on the DeAndre Jordan, Sekou, Doumbouya, Detroit Pistons, Brooklyn Nets buyout, trade, sign with the Lakers thing. Yeah, it's pretty damn confusing when you say it like that, right? Just because if you guys saw my second channel, Extra Crispy, I posted my initial reaction. Literally, I was already at my computer when the trade dropped. And yes, I turned on the camera and just started talking, and I talked a lot, and a lot of feelings and emotions were shown in that video. So yes, before we get going on today's video, if you guys don't mind leaving a like, remember, man, it's a very slow time of year for the NBA, so really leaving that like helps with the YouTube algorithm, all that good stuff. And of course, subscribe if you're new to the channel, as we are getting closer to 300,000 subscribers every single day. So the point of this video is because in my reaction, I pretty much talked about Doumbouya. I want to give you guys my thoughts on DeAndre Jordan and kind of what he's going to do for the Lakers, and also talk about maybe some more I guess less emotional feelings about why the Pistons did what they did, right? So yes, first off, the trade, for people that do not know, for whatever reason, maybe you were camping and you didn't have service or something, right? Is that the Pistons traded Jahlil Okafor and Sekou Doumbouya over to the Brooklyn Nets for DeAndre Jordan, roughly $5.3 million and 4 future second round picks, not just Brooklyn Net picks. I think some of those were the Washington Wizards and maybe another team, I don't remember exactly. And then the Pistons went and they bought out DeAndre Jordan, and he signed with the Los Angeles Lakers on a minimum deal, as you guys can see right there, right, man? You guys can see that right there. So let's talk about the Pistons real quick. Why exactly did they do this? I'm pretty sure they didn't do it just, for the fun of it, to buy out somebody's contract, right? I know that's the meme, that's the joke. I get it. Haha, Pistons are poverty franchise, all that good stuff people like to say, right, man? Well, I guess bad stuff if you're a Pistons fan. Good stuff for you if you think you're funny, man. I'm just, okay, listen. No emotions. No emotions, okay? So, okay. So the reason this happened is because, if you know, Killian Hayes is now the longest tenured, right? That's a word, right? Tenured. The longest tenured player on the Pistons, and he was drafted by Weaver. Sekou Doumbouya was drafted by Stan Van Gundy. That was a Van Gundy guy, right? So by doing this, Weaver's just well, Sekou, we gave you a little while to see what you were all about. You don't really fit our system. You're not really going to get a chance on this team. So we might as well trade you for something while you still have that young prospect kind of, feel to the trade, right? And what we do know is Weaver's been kicking ass in the damn NBA, draft. Luka Garza, Isaiah Livers, we don't really know what Livers is going to do yet because he's been injured since, before March Madness. But, Luka Garza looked like a great second-round pick. So this is going to be a good opportunity for him to go out there and maybe draft some more players. Or also the Pistons being a team that typically free agents don't go to. It's a good opportunity to package those draft picks later on down the road, whatever you really need to do. You can add on a few second round picks. And, well, in this case, I mean, look at that, man. You get rid of DeAndre Jordan's, 2-year, $20 million contract. So it's very valuable, right? But also, I think what the Pistons are thinking, too, is that they are probably not going to be a good basketball team this year. I looked at it, I looked at the schedule. We're not going to be a great team. It's going to be your development and, working Cade into the lineup, seeing if Killian Hayes and Cade can work out, all that stuff, right? So that means you look forward to the 2022 NBA draft. And if you look at things, really, there's two positions you can kind of look at. You can look at the power forward position, because after this season, Jeremy Grant is going to be on a 1-year contract with the Pistons. Or you look at the shooting guard spot and you're maybe Cade is the point guard and Killian and Cade, that doesn't work out. That will all be answered after the season, at least early on indication, right? So you go to the 2022 NBA draft, and there's two ways you can look at it. You could take Jaden Hardy, who obviously him with Cade would be great. Or you can take, who I personally want, Paolo Banchero, who is a 6'10 player going to Duke, extremely athletic, great playmaker, all this, I mean, people were saying Zion, man. I don't know if that's true or not. You'll have to kind of see more, as he plays. It actually says over here is player comparison, if you look on the right, Chris Webber and Carlos Boozer. So that's not great, but I'll take Zion comparison over that, right? Yo, Jaden Hardy, James Harden, and Ray Allen. I might want him. I don't know, man. It's going to be tough. But anyway, if you get Paolo Banchero at that point, you're pretty much saying, that's the power forward of the future with Cade. And then Sekou continues to not have anybody or any way to really develop with the team, right? So, yeah, I think that's probably the best way to look at things. So, let's look at the other side of the trade with DeAndre Jordan. What exactly are they going to get over on the Lakers with DeAndre Jordan? If you look at his stats last season, 8 points, 8 rebounds per game, about 1 block. At being at the age 32, he is definitely losing a lot of his athleticism. And while it does say he averaged a block per game, we all know he used to be an elite shot blocker. But the thing about him is that, shot blocking, while that's good for defense, it's not the overall indicator. DeAndre is very slow. He's a very slow player now. So, yes, but if you look at his per 36 numbers, those are actually still roughly around his career averages, I guess is the best way to say it, which per 36, it's an interesting stat, but not really too much to think about right there. So I think with DeAndre Jordan, what we're going to see is, I think Dwight, ultimately speaking, you would hope that, let me pull up the roster real quick here, man, for the Los Angeles Lakers. Looking at the Lakers, we all know they got so much talent on their team and so many players and personalities and stuff. But you look at it, you're really hoping that Anthony Davis goes to the center spot, right? I feel like that's probably the best for the team. Assuming he doesn't want to do that, then you're probably looking at, Dwight Howard starting. And then at that point, you have your 2 centers of Marc Gasol and DeAndre Jordan. So when you look at it from there, you can kind of decide for that backup center spot how you want to run things. Do you want more of the shooter with Marc Gasol, or do you want the guy that might be, I don't know, man, because Marc Gasol and DeAndre Jordan are both old as hell and slow as hell, man. I feel like I'd rather just play Marc Gasol over DeAndre Jordan, personally speaking. But it's never bad to have a third center, especially a veteran like DeAndre on the team, especially with injuries happening and things along those lines. So I don't really think that's that big a deal. But it's going to be interesting to see how really the coaching staff and LeBron James and all those guys can really mesh all these personalities together. It's going to be kind of fun to watch. So what I want to pull up now is I want to pull up some highlights. Yes, I want to see, because these are the 2020-2021 Brooklyn Net highlights for DeAndre Jordan. It's a 2 minute and 59 second video. So yeah, don't get too crazy with it. But let's check these out and just see what you can still bring to an NBA team, because obviously unless you watch every single game with the Brooklyn Nets, you don't really have a great idea, right? So here we go. Let's get this. Oh, wait. Gotta do some sound editing here, man. So, yeah, you Laker fans, let me know. Are you, excited to have him on the team? I mean, I guess based off the price of $2 million, it can't hurt, right? But here we go.
Because you can now get
yo, that was a nice-ass pass, bro. Yo, is that Jokic?
It really changed.
Damn! DeAndre Jokic out there. Look at this. Whoop! Oh! Hey, he threw it back, too. Okay, hey. He might still have something. Man. Dang, that was pretty.
Nash continues to preach connectivity.
Got Miles Turner around him.
Lob it up. Oh,
he can still get up, man.
A grown man's jam.
The offensive athleticism is there, which is different from defensive athleticism. He still got that. Look at that, man. Dunk contest version.
He cranks it back.
Wow.
Throws it down.
Actually kind of impressive still.
Man in defensively. Irving, step back. Off the mark.
Yeah, I would say if he could be like a more bro, this dude got shut the hell up. I'm trying to talk, man. Damn, okay? Turn that down a little bit. If he could be like a more offensive-oriented Reggie Evans, might I say. Reggie Evans. Reggie Evans is my go-to example of big-ass center that just rebounds. So look him up, man. Reggie Evans, you know what I'm talking about. I think he played for the Nets for a little bit, quite some time ago. So yeah, they are really beefing up this highlight here of him. Now they got this dude dancing over here. Is that KD? Okay, man. So it's a 3-minute highlight video. You got Kevin Durant dancing. It's not great. Okay, what's going on here? Okay. Smart. Hit him up with it. Yes, sir. Oh, man, he can still catch some lobs. He going to be catching some lobs from LeBron, too. That's definitely going to happen. We don't got to talk about that twice. Okay, I don't want to see the same highlight over and over. I just want to see it once and move on. So, next highlight. Oh, here we go. Nobody wants to see this. Yeah, bro, he did that on, was that Ronnie McGruder? Yeah, bro, I'm doing that shit on Ronnie McGruder, bro. It ain't going to be a dunk, and I'm probably going to tear my ACL doing it, and I'm going to miss the shot, but I'm going to attempt it at least, right? Oh, he's going all in. Mason. Oh, Barry got hit. Oh, damn, man, where's Brandon Knight, though? This man likes to have highlight reels on the Detroit Pistons. Let me say, he must got something against us. We must have didn't draft him or something, man. I don't really know. But that's actually kind of interesting to see him put the ball on the floor like that. Okay, so we don't really got too much more to say about that, man. But yeah, he's on the Lakers now. Low risk, high reward move. As far as Sekou Doumbouya goes, over to the Nets. I think the idea there is that they don't really have too many draft picks. So once the big 3 era is over with, all of a sudden you got Sekou, who's going to be probably like 23, 24, and ready to go with that team and get some minutes. So you have that. And the Pistons, you know, Troy Weaver, just hopefully he can work his magic with the second round picks, right, man? So that's basically all we have for this video. If you guys want to give me your more clear thoughts on it too, check out the second channel, Extra Crispy. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.